Welcome to HopkinsSports.com. Ernie LaRossa joined with Catherine Bixby here, women's basketball coach here at Johns Hopkins on the eve of the Blue Jays 2022-23 season opener against York. Coach, it's been 8 months. Last time we saw you, you were leading the Blue Jays the Centennial Conference Championship game and hosting the NCAAs right here in Goldfarb. Has to be exciting that we're finally going to get back out there.
It's really exciting. With COVID kind of behind us in terms of the restrictions on our players, it feels more normal to be back on the court, and in the 8 months our players have done a lot of work. They've been in the gym a lot, and I've got to credit how much they've put in, and just being able to be on the court without restrictions has been really wonderful.
So this is, you and I were chatting just a few minutes ago, first time you're going to go into a season here at Hopkins without that first class that you had, Yara Oden, Aaron Walsh. Just talk about the difference now. Those were your leaders for years.
Yeah, years, and even more impactful during the year we weren't playing, right? Abby, Aaron, and Yara were incredible leaders and motivators to the team. They brought the team together. They definitely leave a hole, and it's a hole that's fun to fill, right? Sure. I think, they have left a legacy that our team is really working on, and that legacy of effort and, commitment to competitiveness. And it's fun to kind of see who's stepping into those roles and kind of taking that legacy and, taking it one step further.
Well, you have a large senior class that you'll build that legacy around. They were right behind those ladies through here. So talk about that senior class and what they bring to the table and who are the leaders in that group.
Yeah, we've got our three captains are leading that group, Kara Milliken, Sophia DeBettencourt, and Emily Howie. And they're kind of taking that legacy of hard work and commitment and making it their own. They're a great balance. Kara brings a lot of effort and, enthusiasm and fun.
Yeah.
Emily brings a lot of that seriousness about basketball and strategy and X's and O's and kind of leads off the court. And Soph is kind of the glue between the two. She does a lot of the little things. She helped a lot with preseason and organization and getting the team motivated, and she keeps everybody on track. So the three of them have been wonderful, and then the other four are really incredible. I mean, having 7 seniors has made practice really wonderful, sure. Right? Because we're kind of doing similar things. So we got to hit the ground running in practice with drills they're familiar with. They're leading a ton, all 7 of them in practice. It's going to be fun to see Kristen Ralston step up in that 5 position. So also seeing some playing opportunities, hopefully, for those 7.
Sure. Well, they had the opportunity to be a big part of last year's success, but we've had success since you've been here. 2 trips to the NCAAs, got to the championship game last year, and now it's their time to be the unspoken or the leaders of the team. And we have that large senior class, but we have another class that arrived last year that was also pretty good. So you have a sophomore class now, Greta Miller, Jaden, and Michaela. And talk about that sophomore class, which really made an impact last year when they arrived.
Yeah, that sophomore class when they were first years, I think surprised us a bit. We were kind of massaging that a little bit. We didn't want to lean too heavy on first years, which we had with Emily Howie when she was a first year, and we recognized that was kind of tough near the end of the year. But they just kept proving to us in practice and in games that they were ready to step up as first years. So that was really exciting, and they were a huge part of that NCAA run. This year they've kind of started off where they ended, and they've gotten even better just within the last, what are we on, practice 16 or something?
Still
and
early, yeah.
We're excited for all 4 of them. I mean, you'll definitely see Jaden, Michaela, Greta, and Natalie contributing serious minutes on the court, and seeing them work together, I think, has been really wonderful to see how they're working in with the seniors and even the juniors too. We've got a lot of talent. We could go on and on.
No doubt. And it was great last year because as freshmen they played. And they got a little taste of getting to a championship game. They got a taste of playing in the NCAA tournament, playing here in the NCAA tournament. And I'm sure that has only made them hungrier as now they're emerging with bigger roles this year. So those are the knowns. Those are the people we knew were coming back. But you have a good group that came in as well, and I know you're excited about them. Tell us a little bit about the unknowns that our fans should be looking out for.
We do, yeah. We brought in a grad transfer, Olivia Parisi from William Smith. She was an honorable mention All-American. We're kind of putting her in a different position on our team, so that's been something that we're slowly getting her used to, but she brings experience,
Sure.
right? The sophomores bring experience from last year, but we were still kind of missing that leadership on the court with full 4 years of experience, so it's kind of a blessing to have her on the court. We brought in some first years that are pretty talented, so they might see the time. I think we're going to lean heavily to start off with on the 2 first-year point guards again, Macy Feldman and Kendall Dunham. I think they're going to we're back to a first-year point guard, which we can do, and they're going to do a great job of that. Zoe Soleil is in our junior class, so she's returning from injury, and she's been looking good. She's getting used to the game speed and getting comfortable again, and I think she's going to really contribute on the perimeter and be a good complement to those first years.
Well, the nice thing is we've talked about a lot of players, so you have some options and you have some depth, and you use the preseason or the early season games to kind of figure out what you have and where people fit. But you're certainly not going to ease into the schedule. You have some pretty tough games early on, and you do that intentionally. So talk about your philosophy with scheduling a tough non-conference schedule to get us ready for the Centennial.
Yeah, we were even thinking it last year when we started to see those first years get a lot of experience, that we would be in a place this year to challenge our team early. I think they got a lot of confidence last year, and they don't need an easy scrimmage or an easy game to ease into the year. We want to learn about ourselves quickly, and to do that, you've got to play the best. They also are extremely competitive, and they want to play the best, and they want to be the best. So in order to do that, we've got to figure out from film, figure out from these early games what we need to work on to be playing at our best at the end of the year.
Well, not only do you have the non-conference games that'll be a challenge, the way that the Centennial schedule worked out, a rematch of the Centennial Conference Championship game before Thanksgiving, so that's also a big highlight on the early season schedule.
Of course, yeah. We always circle Gettysburg, and I like to think every game is equally important, but that one does come with a little bit of more emotion sometimes, so that's early, and that'll be a good game. We can't look past Muhlenberg. They're right before them, and they're always a really tough matchup for us, so I think that if we do the math there, that's about 6 games before the winter break that are pretty tough, and it'll be good. We're going to learn about ourselves quickly, and I think that's something that this team can handle at this point.
We're looking forward to seeing us in action tomorrow night against York right here in Goldfarb Gymnasium. Stay tuned to hopkinsports.com for everything Blue Jay women's basketball throughout the upcoming season.